Hey guys, I just wanted to make a real quick video. Back on an update with a frozen stuck piston caliper on a 2004 Pontiac Grand GT. I ended up doing this side, and I was able to push the piston back in with just a C-clamp and one of these pads right here, one of the old pads. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Like I said, I'll take you through the whole process because now the sides put back together. Obviously, you're going to want to take your wheel off. After you get the wheel off, you're going to want to loosen these bolts up back here on your caliper bracket. That mounts the caliper to the bracket. And then there is two bolts in the back that you'll see. One right there. Kind of get a better view. It's like right next to that bolt right there. And there's also one on the bottom. That'll come off. And then what you're going to want to do is, once you have your caliper out, which, sorry guys, I got no light, but once you have your caliper off, you want to take this bolt, lube it up with some brake caliper grease, or use silicone grease. I'm using brake grease in this case because it's the only thing that I have right now. You'll lube that up, put it back in, do the same thing with the other side, and then you want to slide this off. And once you slide that off, get my light here, you want to put lube right here on that shim, that plastic shim. You want to put it where the pad touches, and then you're going to want to put it on the bottom part of that right there. Make sure your clip's on the outside of this. And then you can put some brake grease on your pads to the shims too, and right here. That'll help, you know, with brake squeal noise, stuff like that. Also, when you take your rotor off on your wheel bearing on the inside, I'm not going to pull it off right now because all I'm going to do is just go back, tighten everything up, and then I'm going to be done after I bleed these brakes. But take your rotor off. There's a wheel bearing right here. You're going to want to clean all the old rust off if it's really dusty. You can use like a wire brush on your drill, and then yeah, clean the inside of that off, and then put some anti-seize on, so next time if you ever got to take these rotors off or anything again, it won't be too hard to take off. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole brake job. I'll show you what I did to the other side. I ended up having to replace that caliper. That's a brand new caliper. It's a reman. So my big advice there is, you know, all you got to do is take the bolt off to that back line right there and just put it on, and that's the old caliper right there. So you're gonna have two washers. One will go on the head side of the bolt, the other one will go on this bracket. I don't know if you can see it, that bracket right there. It's a really bad view, but there's a couple of good videos. Eric the Car Guy, Chris Fix, you know, they make some good videos on how to change a brake caliper. So if you need any help with that, just look it up on YouTube. It's pretty much the same deal. If you could do your brake pads and your rotors, you can definitely do your brake caliper, because all it is that line. And a lot of people use the torque wrench. I didn't even use the torque wrench. I went down until it was tight, and then I hit it with a hammer once.
Dinner's done.
Alright. For your bolts, you're gonna need a 15 millimeter for your caliper bracket bolts, and then a 13 millimeter for the bracket that mounts to the rotor itself. And I think the bolt on the back there was an 11 millimeter for the banjo bolt that goes into your caliper. So that's pretty much a brake job summed up in like words. Like I said, if you have a frozen piston, you can't get it back in, just replace the caliper or try to overhaul it yourself. It's really easy if you have the right tools. Fortunately, I didn't have the right tools, so, you know, I didn't do that. But a brake caliper kit, it only costs like $5 to overhaul them. But mine was just so messed up because, like I said, the previous owner who was driving this car was driving with not even a pad on the side, and the rotor was pretty warped. Let me show you the old rotor. This is the old rotor right there. I'm gonna hold it up to the light. Look at that, guys. just the caliper was grinding against that, and there's like a notch right there, and it is not supposed to be that thin, I assure you. Yeah, so they messed up the caliper pretty bad, so I just replaced it. But that's an update. So like I said, changing the rear brakes on a 2004 Pontiac Grand. All you need is a pair of channel locks or vice grips to push in that seat clamp. And yeah, I hope this video helps anybody out who is, you know, stuck. This ended up being the first side that I did, and it really stumped me because I never had that happen before. So yeah. So like I said, break loose your bolts, push back the clamp in, and yeah. And also a new trick that I learned is after you put the line onto your caliper, right back here on the bleeder valve, you want to loosen that up, and gravity will let the brake fluid fill up the caliper, because I was wondering about that. Like I said, just go watch those other videos. One by Chris Fix, other one by Eric the Car Guy. They're really good. So they do a lot better than I do. I'm a new mechanic. So next projects, I'm going to be doing the side mirrors and the window regulator up in there. I got the door already ripped off, so it's ready to go. And then also under the car, we're going to be replacing the oil pan gasket, because I don't know if you can see that, but right there I've got leaks. You can really see it during the day, you can't really see it right now. See that right there? Coming straight from my oil pan gasket. You can kind of see a good view of it right there. So, like I said, we'll go on a journey together. This is for all Grand Am owners. So like I said, stay tuned. I'm sorry for the shortness of the videos. I'm like all out of data on my phone. I only can record for 8 minutes, so I would take you through the job, but I'm just going to explain it. So yeah, you know, these aren't even drum disc brakes, so it's not complicated at all, guys. It's just a rotor, just like the fronts, just only a little bit different. So thanks for watching. Like I said, hope this helps anybody out, and stay tuned for other projects. If anyone has any questions or need help, just comment in the video below.